Money, 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 money. So, Ali, how expensive is the Philippines? How should you spend? So, as you know, and if you don't, you're new here, welcome. When I visit a country, when I leave that country, I've been taking notes, as many as possible. I'm pretty bad at taking notes, actually. For a blogger, I'm pretty awful. Bear with. And I put out a video every time to tell you just the general prices for accommodation, food, drink, transportation, things like that, so you can get an idea on how to budget. First impression, before we jump into this, the Philippines is not as budget friendly as somewhere like Cambodia, Vietnam, or Thailand, but it's not as expensive as England, America, Australia, and New Zealand. So first off is visa, and I always run through this really quick. Now, it's gonna differ for every country that's eligible to enter, but for British citizens, you can enter free of charge, nothing to do, for 30 days. Visa on arrival, you just show up and they'll stamp your passport and you gotta get out in 30 days. As with most countries, you'll probably have to show proof of onward travel. We didn't this time. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. You'll normally get asked before you board the plane, and I will link you to a video I did all about onward travel. Let's talk about accommodation. On the bottom of accommodation, we're talking hostels, shared dorm rooms, fan rooms, not AC. You're looking at around 500 pesos for a fan room and maybe 600 for an air-conditioned room. And that's normally sharing with maybe 5 or 7 other people. Then obviously the prices go up depending on how much luxury you want or convenience you want. It just depends on what your budget is and what you're looking for in the trip. Food in the Philippines can vary massively like anywhere in the world. If you're on a super budget, then 150 pesos will get you a very bog standard meal. But you can eat anything up to 500 pesos if you feel like treating yourself. So 500 pesos for a really nice, filling, good, hearty meal. But every other day for lunch and dinner, you can find yourself one for about 150. Beer prices don't really differ in bar to bar. Even the fanciest looking bars and the cheapest looking bars, you're looking about 40 to 60 pesos a beer. Let's go on to activities. Now, activities, the biggest one you'll probably do is island hopping. If you decide to go on an organized tour, which is really good to start off with, especially the ones, I know I do. If you watch my island hopping video in Coron, then the first one we did stopped at 7 places. It was way too rushed. I didn't enjoy half of it, but then the second half I really enjoyed. It was crazy amazing. That can give you a really good taste, and then the next day you can get a private boat. I'll come back to that. So if you do want to do an organized tour, meet some people and just do some island hopping for the day, then with lunch included, they normally charge you around 1,200 to 1,500 pesos, which is around 25 pounds. You can't go wrong for like 8 hours of activities, snorkeling, your boat, your lunch. If you want to hire your own private boat, just remember the entry fees. Yeah, entry fees onto the islands or near the islands in Coron, and I'm sure in places in El Nido as well. If you decide to get a private boat, they will not include that. They will not include lunch. So if you barter with someone at the dock, then we'll have to either give them food and they'll cook it for you, but you gotta organize it. But what we were told, the prices are around 2,500 pesos. You probably be a bit more, bit less, but that was a number I heard thrown around quite a lot. So that's the kind of price you want to haggle for. And then you'll get out your own crew, make sure you organize your own food and take some money for entry fees, and you've got a boat to yourself. Right, let's jump into transportation. Taking the bus, for example, from Puerto Princesa to El Nido was 400 pesos each for an aircon bus. Can go for a minibus, and we did that the first time we went to Puerto Princesa to El Nido and then came back on the bus, because the minivan thing were meant to hold like 8-9 people. They will literally stop every 30 minutes up to El Nido and pick up people and cram them in the boot and everything. There's no leg room, you're literally like that. It's horrible. Take the bus. It might not seem like the better option, but trust me. For getting around the town and cities and stuff, you're probably going on trikes. Now trikes, obviously, they're gonna try and rip you off. The best piece of advice I can give you, because there isn't a standard fare for a trike, normally getting around the town is normally like 20 pesos each for a very short distance. It can go up to 100 pesos if you've got to get from the bus station into the city. In Puerto Princesa, best thing to do is to ask at your hostel or your hotel, or before you arrive, ask someone, from here to here, what should I be expecting to pay? They will tell you, and then that's the price you stick to. Normally with them, if you know the price, they know the price, you don't need to haggle, that's the price. The only exception is at night time, it can go up a little bit, but only like after 11 o'clock. When it's coming up to midnight, we got quoted, how much was it when we were in, we tried to get that trike, and that guy was like, it's too late, it's too late. How much did you try? 400 pesos. It's meant to be 60, and this guy was like, no, 400, 400, 400? That's like 12 pounds. That's like 11, 12 pounds. What? I don't think so, my man. He was like, it's late. It's like, well, it's 9:30. No, it's not. They will try and do that, so try and ask your hostel and stuff to see what kind of price you should be paying. If you want to do things by boat, if you've got a lot of time, you want a bit of an experience instead of flying, then To Go Travel is a massive ferry company. I'll link them down below. And we got the boat from Cebu to Manila, which is 22 hours. That cost us around 2,300 pesos each for a 4-share cabin. Then when we got on, we upgraded to a suite, I love that word, for 800 pesos. If you do want to fly, then you can go and check out prices on Cebu Pacific, and I'll link them down below as well. There you go, I'm not going to ramble on any longer. That is some of the general prices, so you can go away and make your little budget now and see how much things are roughly going to cost you. I normally show the cheapest end, so for those on a real budget, so at least you know the minimum you're going to need. Help each other out down below. There's loads of things I wouldn't have touched on. Have you found any deals, or is there a way you can haggle, or little hacks for the Philippines to get things a little bit cheaper? Let me know. Let everyone else know down below. Don't forget to subscribe, keep up to date with all my travels, and get some advice as well. There's also Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all outside the travel. The links are down there as a link fest down there. And I will see you, I want to say tomorrow, but we're getting an overnight train to Chiang Mai tomorrow. I'll see what I can do.